Today we are doing one of my favorite projects, upcycling. And we are going to use Dala's chalk paint for it. I am going to work with white. I also have Dove Grey. And I'm going to use charcoal. We will seal and finish off the project with the furniture wax. We are going to use acrylic texture paste to stencil a pattern, and we also need some craft glue. And I am going to upcycle an old wooden box that I found in my studio. And I'm going to make a mini planter box. I'm going to use a stencil and of course plastic to line the wooden box for the water. I will use some sanding paper to get a shabby chic feel, and a palette knife and some craft brushes, and soil and some little gravel stones. I am going to start by painting the wooden box with the dark charcoal color. You only have to apply one coat because our second coat will be the lighter Dove Grey. When completely dry, then paint the second coat with the Dove Grey. With fine sanding paper, lightly sand the project to expose some of the dark charcoal paint. Dust your project to prepare it for the stenciling we are going to do with the acrylic texture paste. We are going to use acrylic texture paste to do relief stenciling onto the sides of the box. I am going to mix the white chalk paint with my acrylic paste so that I don't have to paint it afterwards. we are going to position our stencil, and we are going to use a palette knife to apply the texture paste. Remember to lift up the stencil on both sides simultaneously. Now will you look at that? Isn't this pretty? I'm just going to clean it up a bit and then going to do the other side. With both sides stenciled, I am ready to pick out some beautiful succulents that I am going to use for this planter. But first, we need to line and seal the box with plastic so that we won't have any water drips when we water the plants. I'm just going to cut off the bottom of this used plastic bag. I'm going to line the box with it, and I'm just going to glue the sides with the craft glue before I put the soil in. So while the craft glue dries, we are going to wax the outside of the box with clear wax to seal it and finish it off. Now all we need to do is put some gravel stones in the bottom and fill it up with potting soil before we can plant our succulents. Our box is now filled with potting soil and we are ready to organize our succulents and make a beautiful planter box as a gift for someone or a centerpiece on a table. Of course, you can just make it for yourself, to decorate your home, use it for a party, whatever you would like to do with it. There we go. It is super quick to do this. It is so easy and it is very inexpensive, and you can use it for whatever you want to. I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson, and I see you next week when we will do some fine art together. Bye for now.